Hark ye, good gentlefolk, and welcome to our humble Yuletide diversion. We trust our offering will both delight and entertain you and fill you with festive cheer. Right, that's enough seasonal bollocks. With Gary and Rory is a Chelsea and England defender who's made a name for himself as an intellectual footballer. He can read all the words on an HP sauce bottle. Graeme Le Saux. With David and Lee is a puppet who retires this week after a showbiz career spanning 50 years. He's now retiring in order to spend more time on the golf course. Nick Faldo's going to use him as a club cover. With his friend Matthew Corbett, it's Sooty.
Put your hands off him, you filthy pervert.
We start our show with our excuses round, which deals with the fanciful reasons some sports people give to account for their less than brilliant performances. Gary, Rory and Graeme, your excuse concerns Britain's favourite punch bag, Frank Bruno.
And he doesn't know where he is. Smith doing a Cummings on him. And Bruno looks out on his feet to me. Oh, he's got him.
Now, earlier this year, Fearless Frank was due to play the bus driver in the long-awaited Spice Girls film. But after several scenes had been shot, he suddenly walked out. So the question is, what was Frank's excuse for pulling out of the Spice Girls movie? Gary's team.
Had you read the script?
I very much doubt it, Gary.
Did you get confused when Ginger Spice went down in the first minute?
Ah, the season of good cheer.
Has anyone here seen Frank Bruno in pantomime? No. Don't you hate audience participation? Yeah, he's very good in pantomime. He comes on and says, "Where's my career?" "Behind you!"
I just wondered where, Graeme, I'm Graeme Le Saux. Yes. It's not an English name, is it, Graeme?
It's not. Where are we going, Lee?
No, I just want to know where you...
Where are you going?
He does play for Chelsea.
You're an attractive man, Graeme, but thanks for the offer. S-A-U-X, it doesn't mean anything at all, right? But there's another version of Le Saux, which is S-O-T, which is a French word, and that means idiot. That is actually true. I've also done some investigation. His name, Gower, is an old Anglo-Saxon word for brave. Yeah. I don't know where it comes from, but Lineker's is actually for strong, and McGrath means fat bloke.
I get that. You're right.
Interestingly, the thing is, my great-great-great-grandmother was a fat bloke.
McGrath is a fat bloke, and apparently Hancock is just unfortunate.
Well, not if you do it right.
Why did Frank Bruno drop out the Spice Girls movie?
Gary, you know the answers, don't you?
I do.
Tell us then.
I upset his children. He took his children along and they kept them waiting and wouldn't sign their autographs, and basically he got a bit miffed with that.
No. Yeah, that's just about right for 3 points. Here's the Sun's Andy Coulson, the journalist who first broke the story.
Frank turned up at the stage door and said, "Here, girls, what I really, really want is an autograph for my son Franklin." But they were busy. "Frank, could you come back when we're not quite so busy, please?" "No, I bloody can't." And he was off. Oh.
Very good.
So Frank Bruno quit because the Spice Girls wouldn't give his son their autographs. Not so much wouldn't, perhaps, as couldn't. Frank's departure was probably for the best, as he was having difficulties playing a bus driver. Every time the conductress rang the bell, he collapsed to the floor. Now, David, Lee and Sooty, it's the crazy laugh-a-minute world of javelin throwing for you, with a monster throw for Britain's Steve Backley.
This could be a dramatic moment. He's given it everything. Now then, is it long enough? It's his biggest throw so far, for sure. Steve Backley could well have thrown himself up onto the medal rostrum.
But why, in addition to his gong, did Steve return from Greece with a suitcase full of ladies' pants, David's team? That's true.
Was it to distract the fact that he's a heroin smuggler? I mean, he's always carrying a big syringe, isn't he? You know?
Because he could.
Yeah.
It's great, actually, having Sooty on with Gary, because we've got a puppy and a muppet, haven't we?
Sooty said more than David Gower so far as well.
God, Dave, don't go. Oh! It was just like a mix-up at the airport. You know, he came out with that suitcase, which should have gone out with Frank Boff.
Actually, apparently, even more bizarrely, 20 minutes later there was another incident, and Fatima Whitbread was also stopped with a case full of ladies' underwear, and that was very suspicious.
Yeah. Now that is weird. You're right. Yeah. Something's going on there.
Sooty's crying.
Why?
Oh. Altogether or not at all?
I would have suggested not at all.
He says it because he does know the correct answer, but he wants to whisper it to you. He wants to whisper to you.
What a good idea.
The answer.
Go on.
The answer.
He's not tonguing you, is he?
Well, fair's fair. That is the correct answer. Yay! 4 3 points. Absolutely right.
Well done, Sooty.
Absolutely right. Yeah, and just to confirm, here's Steve Backley to tell us what happened after he snatched silver at the last minute.
My first reaction to the press was that it was great to stuff the Greek in the last round, and they took this and this word stuffed and mistranslated it, and thought that I wanted to form some sort of a meaningful relationship with him. The next day I received boxes of lingerie.
So, the Greeks thought he was gay and sent him some pants. What a bunch of homophobic puffs. The authorities are constantly changing the rules of javelin throwing to make it more difficult. They've already made it heavier and changed the centre of gravity. And as of next year, you'll have to finish on a double. Steve Backley competes for Cambridge Harriers, Rory's local athletics club. In fact, Backley's got the second strongest right wrist in Cambridge. And so at the end of that round, David's team have 3 points and Gary's team have 3 points. We press on with our sporting bluff round, in which the teams have to separate sports fact from fiction. The subject for David's team is the tiresomely invincible European football champions, Germany.
Bierhoff turned and shot. Oh, and Kuban, and it's gone in. Germany are jubilant.
Germany's next World Cup song is being written by the man behind Black Lace.
Germany's next World Cup song is being written by Black Sabbath.
Germany's next World Cup song is being written by the man behind the Wombles.
So, Germany's football song, is it Black Lace, Black Sabbath, or the Wombles, David's team?
Matthew, didn't you have a hand in the Wombles?
What do you think?
Well, yeah, quite recently, yeah.
Do you ever have to pretend Sooty's got a bad back when you've got cramp?
Actually, I just thought of something as well. Do you ever go to the bog for a shit and forget he's on your hand? I'm not trying to be rude. He's at home rehearsing, you know.
And the tragedy is, of course, he's reaching for the toilet paper, Sooty's screaming, no, no.
Yeah.
But unless he's up close, you can't hear it. Then I suppose you've got to wash him then, innit? Do you do it separate or just sling him in with your pants?
Come on, Black Lace, Black Sabbath, or the Wombles? Well, the people behind them.
Mike Batt, he's the man behind
He is the man behind the
the
Wombles.
Wombles, isn't he?
Actually, Steve Backley was behind Black Lace.
It's Mike Batt, he's the man
You
who's
think it's
writing.
my back? You all agreed on that? Let's see if you're correct. Absolutely correct for 3 points. Yeah, in fact, Germany's World Cup song is being written by Mr. Womble himself, Mike Batt. Christmas is, of course, the time of one of the most famous England-Germany matches in No Man's Land in 1914. The two sides put down their weapons, embraced each other, and then the bastards beat us on penalties. Uncle Bulgaria is to be included in the German World Cup song, and by Easter it'll also include Uncle Poland, Uncle Norway, and Uncle Sudetenland. The subject for Gary's team is in the same sort of area. It's the unholy alliance between football and conflict. Those conflicts being the Boer War, the Second World War, and the Cod War.
It's not even covering his eye there, Matthew.
Will you...
Who's your optician?
Manchester United and Arsenal helped out at the relief of Mafeking.
Chelsea and Torquay United played a key role at Tobruk.
And Lee?
We have your wife and children. Aldershot and Everton took part in the Cod War.
So, Man United and Arsenal fought in the Boer War, Chelsea and Torquay took part in the North Africa campaign, and Aldershot and Everton waged war with Iceland. But which one do we think's true? Gary's team?
Arsenal and Man U, the Boer War. It could have been Manchester United could have been involved in that because it did go on longer than expected.
And also boring Arsenal.
Wasn't that the team that beat Chelsea 3-2, Graeme?
Yeah, we only had 10 men though.
What were you playing?
And the surname Hurst apparently is Old Norse for Cockney slaphead who talks bollocks.
Well, strangely enough, Roy, I had that as well, but I wasn't going to reveal that.
Can I just...
You reveal it every week.
Can I ask... I think Aldershot and Everton were named for 2 naval boats involved in the Cod War.
Well, let's see if you're right. And indeed you are for 3 points. Yet the answer is that Aldershot and Everton took part in the entirely non-fatal Cod War. They were both trawlers, 2 of the many involved which were named after their skippers' favourite football teams. Others involved were Hull City, Carlisle United, Notts County, Barnsley, Grimsby Town and Real Madrid. Rather appropriately, this is true, this is absolutely true, Notts County was holed and went straight to the bottom. If you were going to name a trawler after a football club, you couldn't do better than Barnsley. Every week their net's full to bursting. And so at the end of that round, David's team have 6 and Gary's team have 6.
Whoa.
It's now time to ask the question, what's going on, with reference to a bizarre piece of sporting action. David's team, what do you believe is going on here?
Guts up! Hold on!
What do you think, Lee? What do I think? I think whoever's holding my wife and children should release them immediately, because they are a pain in the arse, trust me.
I was going to say, it's save on Christmas presents, eh?
I get fed up. You wrap the Christmas presents earlier and earlier every year until that year that the puppy died. Still, kids had a nice surprise Christmas morning.
And you never ran out of food that year?
We didn't, no. Proving that a puppy isn't just for Christmas. You've got to freeze it and keep it till New Year.
Any more? What was going on?
He's a sick man in me.
What do you think, Sweep?
Absolutely rubbish.
Yeah, I mean,
I saw how he did that. He's
down there.
He's got a little grey dog down there that does it for him.
I would imagine yours is a little grey dog by now, isn't it?
Sorry?
Well, it was just 2 fat blokes banging into each other, weren't it?
Basically, yeah.
Are they French lorry drivers in dispute? Because every lorry driver I've ever seen has the most enormous stomach. I think that's why they have the lorry. That's to carry the bloke. That's all.
Yeah. But in the back, they've just got a dozen eggs.
If they got a skinny bloke, they could have a skateboard pulling on a bit of string, couldn't they?
It's the World
Belly bashing
Gut Barging Championship.
Absolutely correct for 3 points. Yeah, what we were privileged to witness was the ancient art of gut barging, a sport involving skill, poise, balance, and knocking someone over with a big fat belly. We saw the world champion gut barger, Mad Maurice, the Belgian from Melksham, overwhelming the stomach of Fred Zeppelin, the sauerkraut. Although, if I wanted a bunch of out-of-condition fat blokes bumping randomly into each other, I'd watch Scottish football. Gary's team, a different sort of question for you. We haven't stolen this, by the way, from any other BBC sports quiz programme. What we want to know is, how shall I put it, what occurred after this thing?
Well done, Matthew. That's a bullseye.
tell you another thing, Sue. The amount of time it takes to do drain repairs, it'll be 200 years before anybody finds that thing.
So, Gary's team.
Matthew, do you have a sports car when you go out by yourself?
We saw Sue there.
Yeah, what?
And you're on tour, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. We just saw Sue there, and I was just thinking, you know, I mean, I've toured, and it's quite a lonely experience. You know, and the point is, you know, you've got
Vicious rumours.
Sooty on your right hand, Sue on the left. I mean, have you? I mean, nobody'd hold it. She's a good-looking bear. Do you know what I mean?
Lee, I've got a worse idea. You wouldn't want to, would you, really? You wouldn't want to be using that, even if you were really lonely. You know what I mean?
Nick, why have you stuck some big ears on that instead of mine?
Why are you using your hat to keep them down?
I'll tell you what happened next.
What?
Jack Cousteau sacked his agent.
Matthew, when you're doing that, it must be quite tense doing all that puppetry on television. Do you have to pull Sooty off in between takes?
He said that just went over his head. Sorry.
Well, he would do. He's not that tall, is he? I can't believe we are sitting here, grown men, taking the piss out of a puppet.
We do it every week with him. Come on.
What happened next?
No, what occurred later?
Oh, sorry.
God's sake!
He looks like some fat actor with a beard.
Yeah.
Fat geezer.
Struggling
with a
with
beard.
Rory, struggling
Wasn't
to
him,
work.
was it?
Was it Rory coming
I think we'll have to give you 3 points for that. Let's see what actually happened.
Excuse me, what did you say?
I said...
So Rory emerging from a drain sheathed in rubber to talk gibberish to a row of glove puppets. That double first at Cambridge really came in handy, didn't it, Rory? And at the end of that round, David's team have 9 points and Gary's team have 9 points. As is traditional at Christmas, it's time for a good old knees up as we play our Sing When You're Winning round. We show part of a supporter's chant, stop the film and ask what the next line is. Gary's side, we take you to Northern Ireland and Inver Park, the home of those sleeping giants, Larne FC. So, Mary had a little lamb, she also had a duck, singing out the praises of the Larne boys. So what comes next, do we think?
What rhymes with duck?
What rhymes with duck? Oh. Mary had a little lamb. She also had a duck, which is in that video I lent you, actually.
Mary had a little lamb, she also had a duck. We're at the bottom of the league, and that's where we're stuck.
Nice.
Sensible.
Very pleasant.
Not funny,
Nice.
but nice. Nice is good. That's what you're here for.
Can I make a request? You stop saying duck in front of Dave. It's bringing back some bad memories.
Just go to Australia and shut up.
That's what you used to do.
I think it's repetition.
Yeah? She also had a duck, singing out the praise of the Larne boys. And everywhere that Mary went,
The duck would
go as well, singing out the praises
praise
of
of
the
the
Larne
Larne
boys.
boys, probably.
I'm very tempted to give you 3 points for that. Let's hear the full version of the song.
Here's Irish.
In their long and illustrious history, Larne have won the Ulster B Division League, the Steel and Sons Cup, and the prestigious Louis Moore Trophy. But pride of place in the trophy cabinet goes to a £10 winning lottery scratch card. Larne's motto is Falce Marique Potens, which, by an amazing coincidence, is also the Derby midfield. over to your team, David, and we go back appropriately, I think, to 1902 and a song sometimes still heard on the terraces at Norwich City.
Kick off, throw it in, have a little scrimmage, keep it low, splendid rush, bravo, win or die, on the ball, City, never mind the danger, steady on, now's your chance.
To go and play for a better team.
Very good, David.
You're going home in a horse-drawn ambulance?
I think Sweep's got the last line. Sing the last line of the song.
Can I just ask a question? Sweep is down there.
Yeah, of course
Obviously,
he's
I'm
down
not going
there.
to
You've
ruin
got
the
to
image.
believe that.
But
You've got to
why do you
believe
have to bend down?
Because he's only little, and he's got to use my microphone.
I can't give you the points this
It's
time.
scanned.
You can't give us the points.
Hang on.
It's scanned, okay?
No.
Dong.
You can't give us a point.
What's this? No!
You couldn't do it to the bear, could you?
OK, let's find out what the real
Canaries,
next line,
canaries.
although somehow it seems irrelevant, is.
On the ball, City, never mind the danger, steady on, now's your chance. Hurrah! We've scored a goal!
That's what he said! Sounded right. Yes, indeed. The highly implausible last line was, hurrah, we've scored a goal. In the 1902 season, Norwich were involved in a controversial incident in a game against Ipswich. Nobody could agree whether the ball had crossed the Ipswich goal line, and they had to wait 2 weeks to check the artist's engraving. At the end of that round, David's team, including Sooty and his water pistol, have 9, and Gary's team have 12. Oh. Now it's time for Phil the Sportsman. In this round, we deprive our regulars of their eyesight, plonk a sportsman in front of them, and ask them to tell us who it is. David and Lee, you're first. You have 90 seconds to tell us who your mystery sportsman is, while I go and get a gun.
Nick, that looks like rain.
Blindfolds on? Not white gloves, blindfolds. We're not doing a mime show.
David Gower goes out to bat, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, here he comes back in.
Blindfolds on. And can we have our first mystery guest, please? I think I'm happy with the liquid coming this way.
Well, there's a great danger I could work him, you know.
OK, your time starts now.
Hurst, get on with it.
Hey, bloody hell. Is it a Christmas theme? Is it a dwarf?
Nice.
Hey, hey, oh. Oh.
Lucky I wore the gloves then.
Just a sec. Do you live near a power station? Gary, is he wearing your shoes? We've got a skier. We've got a skier.
Well done.
Yeah, not British, still on his feet.
Think of a man in a white suit.
A man in a white suit. Oh, blimey, my doctor. My doctor! Listen, my back's been killing me, right? It's yours too, blimey.
He wouldn't be British, would he?
Yes.
It is British.
British.
Sorry,
Is it a
bloke.
bell thing, sort of bells?
Good, yes.
Martin Graham, which one?
Martin
Tell me.
Graham.
Well, Martin or Graham Bell. I mean, how many tells
Okay,
are
give me
there?
Martin Bell.
Yeah, 50-50 chance there. Well done.
Thank you. Okay, Gary and Rory.
Yeah.
If you would take your positions, please.
Rory, you must be really warm under all that flab.
Blindfolds on. Can we have our second mystery guest, please? Happy Christmas!
What is it?
Your 90 seconds, although it may be extended, starts now.
Rory, behind you, son.
Behind you!
Rory, have you lost weight?
Have you got a very fat bloke with a big...
Very.
So have I. Isn't it a shame, Gary, how these men let themselves get out? Hairy chest, Gary. Yeah, mine too. It's such a shame, you know. People like
Just
this
hit him! Hit him!
Rory,
What?
shut up.
No,
What is-
I've got a fat, ugly, hairy man over here. You sort yours out.
Pour oil on him, you'll be all
I
right.
haven't got a clue. God.
15 seconds! Time's running out.
Is it those, what they've got
This
things?
is,
They've got barges.
Yes, correct for 3 points. Well done. And so at the end of that round, David's team have 12 points and Gary's team have 15. We end, as usual, with the gut-barging, pant-sniffing name game. And this week, all the names are genuine sportsmen from the Corinthian age of sport. The team in front goes first, which is Gary's team. So Rory will be doing the clues.
He must know. I said,
remember.
did you get hold of him? He says, I don't know. How would you not know?
He doesn't get out
I don't know whether it was them or one of them.
much. OK, your 90 seconds. You ready for this? Graham, Gary, Rory.
What?
90 seconds, start. Now.
Wrote Sherlock Holmes and was a footballer.
Conan Doyle.
First
yeah.
name.
Arthur, was it?
Yep.
So, invented rugby, picked up the ball and ran.
William Webb Ellis.
Yeah. He was a cricket and a footballer. Is a distant relation with
Grace.
Oscar Wilde. Plays Oscar Wilde. He's on this show.
Field.
Oh,
No.
C.B. Fry.
C.B. Fry, very good. A boxer. What's ladies' lavatories are called ladies, but the opposite.
Gents.
Short for
Gentleman.
gentleman. Boxer. Gentleman. Matthew.
Gentleman Jim Corbett.
Yeah, very good. Surname is a car.
Volvo.
19th century sports Volvo.
His first name is not Young. It's
Oldsmobile.
Old Ford.
Old.
Banger.
No. It's
Old Austin.
very close. Austin.
Healy.
No.
I don't know. Austin Morris.
Oh yeah.
Morris
old,
Austin.
Old
Tom Morris.
Old Tom Morris. Excellent.
close.
This one is
He's been
Not
looking
old Tom Morris.
Young Tom Morris.
Very old footballer. Coventry. No.
Gordon Strachan.
Yeah, very good. Fisherman wrote The Complete Anglia. Very famous. Complete Anglia.
Oh,
The English Cardinal.
Yeah.
Hartley.
No.
So you've moved on to 22. You need 10 to draw level. OK, you're 90 seconds. You ready? Start now.
The person who invented boxing rules.
Lonsbury.
No,
Angela Lansbury.
person who swam the channel. He's got your first name and the spider's something.
Webb.
Correct. It's Clapham, and his surname is Clapham, and his first name is Garnett. First name.
Alf.
Correct. Cricketer, big beard, just like yourself,
W.
Mr. Gower.
Gilbert.
Yes, marvellous effort.
William Gilbert.
And this is another one with different initials. Bugger.
Arse Bandit.
Arse Bandit. Yes. No, bugger wasn't a clue.
Same name.
Same name.
Different initials.
Ecstasy is the. What do they call ecstasy?
WC.
W.C. Field.
No, A, B, C, D.
F.
No!
E will.
A, B, C, D, K, L, M, N, no. Oh, bugger this! Now that was a clue. Go for it. His first initial was the same as Graham's.
G.
And his second initial was after E.
Well done.
F.
Yeah, and his surname is after WG. How far right? I never know, you know, for what we're about to receive, made the world greatest. Correct.
Did he?
I'd just like to say to any youngsters out there, you can muck around with a bat and a cricket ball all you like, but you should really learn your alphabet. Now, the scores are, David's team have 17 and Gary's team have 22, but that is not necessarily the end of the game, because we were all asked to wear comedy costumes, and there is one amongst us who wasn't willing to wear the costume that was brought out for him, and we had to go out and get him another one, because Gary was meant to dress as Little Bo Peep, including this. And he refused. It was a beautiful pink dress, and so I'm going to penalise you 5 points.
Yes!
Which means, amazingly, if you put this on, though, something might change things.
Think I care?
Put it on.
Which means that we have a tie-break. Such is the tension here, with the scores standing equal, that there is only, I believe, one sport we can possibly go to for our tie-break question. No. And that sport is hamster drag racing. Now, this is not cruel. This is not cruel. This is not cruel. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what hamsters do in the wild. So, using your knowledge of hamster drag racing, you have to decide whether the blue car or the red car will cross the line first. David's team, which colour do you want?
The red one.
Red.
Red?
Because it's really blood.
OK, let's see the finish.
Blue.
Red for David, blue for Gary. Let's go.
Come on, Red. Come on,
you Reds.
Where's Red?
Come on, you Reds.
I'm setting my time back for you.
Get the hound going.
It's too late now, Lineker. It's too late now. Can there be a fairer way to finish a game? So the winner of the Christmas special is David Gower's team.
Thank you, my lord.
So, our thanks to Gary, Rory and Graham, David, Lee and Sooty. We're all off to stick the carrot in a humorous position on the snowman. My name's Nick Hancock. I think it's all over. It is now.
Tomorrow night on BBC One, Oasis in concert. Catch them at 12:35. And next tonight, high-altitude comedy. Airplane takes off in 5 minutes.